Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today I have a quick video for you guys about a new Black Ops 4 update.
That's right, there was a Black Ops 4 update, and it did nothing except incentivize microtransactions. Surprise.
So recently, Black Ops 4 has not had a whole lot going on with it. The big news has, of course, been Modern Warfare and everything surrounding that.
And there's going to be even less surrounding Black Ops 4 in the coming weeks. I mean, come on, this game is basically dead. People have been walking away from this game for a long time. Treyarch has done pretty much nothing to try and fix the game's reputation. And Modern Warfare comes out in like, what, a month? If you're expecting Black Ops 4 to improve at this point, Godspeed.
But today, a brand new mini event went live on all platforms, and I want to make a video discussing it. So the new event is called Heatwave. Now, this is not a new operation, but rather, it's a mini event that is available in addition to Operation Apocalypse Z.
For those of you who don't play Black Ops 4, all those reserve crates, those like cases things that are at each tier, those are RNG loot boxes with one item each. This event is literally just loot boxes for 4 days. That's what you got for us, Treyarch. That's great. Thanks.
There are 15 total tiers with this event, and each other one gives you a reserve case, and at tier 15, you will unlock an Ultra Weapon Bribe, which is guaranteed to give you a DLC weapon that you don't currently own. Now, the catch to this is the event will only be live for a total of 4 days.
Yep, so you got 4 days to either grind out 15 tiers, or you can just pay up for these tiers. What a great choice. Thank you, Treyarch. Thank you, Activision. I can tell you guys really care about the criticisms of Black Ops 4 and about people saying that there's too many microtransactions and your business model sucks.
Which means you have 4 days, counting today, to get through 15 tiers, which is quite a tall order for even the most hardcore Call of Duty fans.
And it is that way by design.
In addition to this, Treyarch has also brought back the Nuketown 24/7 playlist, and they've also activated double XP while you're playing in Nuketown. So this weekend would be an ideal time to grind out Black Ops 4 because you're going to be getting a ton of experience, and at the end of it, if you play enough, you'll also be unlocking a weapon that you don't currently have access to, while still making progress towards completing Operation Apocalypse Z if you haven't done so already.
God, there's just so much going on right here. Remember back when Call of Duty used to just be about the gameplay, and there would be like the progression of your character, and that was it? And we were fine with that? What happened to those days? Well, I mean, I know what happened to those days. It was rhetorical. You don't have to answer, but put the pencils down.
Now, one piece of advice I would like to give you guys, and I know some people aren't going to like this because I'm a multiplayer guy and I make multiplayer videos, therefore the vast majority of you are multiplayer fans, but I highly recommend playing zombies every day during this event.
Play zombies every day during this event so you can unlock these crates that aren't even guaranteed content because they are RNG crates. Why is anyone defending this event?
For those who don't know, in Zombies, you can earn an additional daily tier skip for completing round 20 with the daily contract. You already get a tier skip for, of course, getting a kill in Blackout, or getting a win in multiplayer, or getting to round 15 in Zombies, so I highly recommend just killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because after you complete round 20, you get both of your daily tier skips, which will save you a ton of time when it comes to completing this event.
I mean, like, oh my god, like, what happened to this game? Contracts, tier skips, reserve crates, weapon bribes, go to zombies for wave 20 and then go back to multiplayer for this and blackout for that, and just, like, what happened to just focused multiplayer games? Jeez. Call of Duty used to be like the simplest multiplayer game on the market, and that's why people liked it.
Today's contract was to play Ancient Evil, and like I always do, I recorded my footage, therefore I was able to track just how much time it took me. It took me roughly 25 minutes to burn through all 20 rounds while playing in the casual mode, and that got me 2 tiers worth of progress towards this event.
Okay, so you're saying that people who don't like zombies, people who play multiplayer, because the weapons people are trying to get from those reserve crates, those RNG crates, those are for multiplayer specifically. You're asking that for us to get the stuff we want in multiplayer, go play zombies for about 20 minutes to get one of those tiers done, then go back to multiplayer for a thing to get in multiplayer, maybe, because it's RNG, you're not guaranteed that. All this to, like, Nero, you're allowed to criticize this game. I hope you realize that. You're allowed to say this system sucks.
After that, I jumped into the Nuketown playlist, where I quickly finished a match of Hardpoint, and now suddenly I'm already 3 tiers into the event, and I've barely played for half an hour.
Oh, goodness gracious, you're already 3 tiers for half an hour. Oh my god. That's funny, because at the beginning of the video you said,
you have 4 days, counting today, to get through 15 tiers, which is quite a tall order for even the most hardcore Call of Duty fans.
So which one is it? Is this a quick thing to do, or is it a grind? Don't worry, it gets worse.
Now obviously tier skips won't get you through the entire event, but at the very least they can get you through 8 of the 15 tiers, which means you'll have to put in roughly 6 or 7 hours of playtime over the course of the next 4 days in order to finish on time.
God, what is it going to take? Seriously, what is it going to take until you stop defending this? Oh, just do this. Guys, just do this. It's a 6 to 7 hour grind for not even guaranteed rewards because it's all RNG and it's all designed just to get you addicted to this system. Like, what is it going to take? I know you've been critical, and I know you've said stuff about the system being bad, but here you are still supporting it. And here you are still promoting it, and straight up calling this event a step in the right direction. Nero, this event is literally just 4 days of loot crates. You showed the whole thing in this video. There's no new content. There's no new material. It's literally just 4 days of loot crates. Like, seriously, what is it going to take for you to stop damage controlling this?
But between Nuketown 24/7 and 2 daily tier skips per day, and of course double experience being back, and heck, if you want to, just drop into Blackout solos and AFK while you make dinner or watch Netflix or do whatever, because all of your time spent in Blackout goes towards your tier progress on the Contraband stream. So,
oh my god, Nero, you're just encouraging people to go AFK in Blackout, and you're glossing right over how much of a problem that is. Look, even you can see that this is awful, right? You're just going right through it. Look, the tier system in Black Ops 4 is horrible. And one of the main reasons why is because it's not merit-based, it is time-based. It's not a challenge, it's a grind. And even by your own admission right there, you can get just as much progress by dropping into a match and going AFK. Yeah, tell me more about how this is a step in the right direction.
It's going to be difficult for most fans, I would imagine, but between all those factors, you should be able to finish the event on time and get access to a brand new weapon.
You know, unless you don't, in which case you just have to pay. Weird. I wonder if that's how it is by design.
Now, for me personally, I wish Treyarch would do things like this more often.
No. That would not make things better. You wish Treyarch would give free loot crates more often, instead of actually giving ways to earn these weapons for free, or instead of actually improving their busted-ass progression system. Nero, oh my god. And here I was thinking you were one of the more level-headed COD YouTubers. And look, I'm not saying you can't enjoy Black Ops 4 or that there's nothing good about it. Even I enjoyed the game a bit in terms of the gunplay. You know, the gunplay is really solid, and it's definitely one of the best feeling shooters on the market right now. But I, like many people, were driven away from the game for a myriad of reasons, one of which being that it is so painfully pay to win it makes me want to piss G Fuel. For those who may be unfamiliar, Black Ops 4 has multiple microtransaction systems, the main one being the reserve crates, which give you one item at a time, once they're either bought or earned through gameplay. And I say earned in air quotes because it's not earning, it is grinding. So, how many items are there for you to earn? Well, according to some math wizards on Reddit, there are currently over 1,500 items. And keep in mind, you only get one at a time, and they are not duplicate protected. Oh, but don't worry, because you can save up your crates and mix them together to make a duplicate protected drop, my dear little Call of Duty epic gamer. Like, how messed up is this? That a game has 2 separate kinds of RNG loot boxes, and the one that is duplicate protected is more expensive. Like, shouldn't duplicate protected be the default? Oh, and also keep in mind that those 1,500 plus items in the crates are also sorted by rarity. So your chances of pulling one of the better items, like say a gun, are actually worse than 1 out of 1,500. But that's just an estimate, of course, because Activision has not revealed the exact drop rates on these things. According to another Reddit math wizard, the drop rate on Ultras, which is where the weapons are, is about 0.13% if the odds aren't weighted, but like I said, the odds are weighted. So it's going to be even less than that. Less than 0.13%. But now going back to what I said about this game being pay to win. Activision and Treyarch definitely made sure that obtaining the DLC weapons is a tedious grind, or just a massive paywall, and also made the guns really desirable, because they are hands down the best guns in the game. The semi-auto sniper with no recoil, but it's still a one-shot kill. That 2-round burst thing that explodes, because why not? The crossbow that you can spam for a one-shot kill anywhere on the map, because who needs good game design? And how about a full-auto shotgun with a massive hitbox, so little Timmy doesn't have to aim? And there's still a few more that I haven't touched on, but those are just the first examples that come to mind. It pisses me off that more people aren't talking about how disgusting this system is. But thankfully, the reason for that is mainly the fact that most of the gaming world has moved on from Black Ops 4, so not many people notice this. But at the same time, that still kind of makes it worse, because now Activision's just getting away with it. Look, you can tell me you're fine with the weapons in reserve crates, you can tell me you're fine with them being powerful, but you cannot tell me with a straight face that this system was put in place on accident or by coincidence. Drop rates of less than 0.13%, and almost all the weapons being low risk, high reward, and in some cases being blatantly overpowered and still not nerfed. If you actually think there's nothing predatory or slimy about this DLC system, you seriously need to wake up, because it's people like you that enable this stuff to stay around longer. God, I'm sorry about getting worked up. I can't stand when people defend this stuff. Like, you know you're allowed to criticize this, right? Like, you're allowed to like Call of Duty, but still call this stuff out. This, air quotes, event is disgusting. You see it as, oh, they're giving away a bunch of free reserve crates. It's a step in the right direction. Whereas I see it as, they're trying to get you hooked on this system and spending money on the crates to get the last of the DLC weapons before Modern Warfare drops. That's what this is. If this truly was a step in the right direction, they would be putting the weapons in the progression system. If they actually wanted to correct this disgusting DLC format, they would add ways for you to directly earn these guns. Or at the very least, they would be nerfing the overpowered stuff, right? Well, no. They're not going to make earning the weapons easier, and they're not going to nerf them, because that would take away from the appeal. This event is not a step in the right direction. It is a highlight of everything wrong with the modern Call of Duty business model. It's the same reason why new COD games start you off with COD points. It's the same reason why Siege has that stupid one-item pack system. It's all greed. It is all predatory, and it is all by design. Stop damage controlling for Activision. You're better than this.
Now obviously the ideal situation would be to not lock weapons away within supply drops, but we've been talking about this for like 5 or 6 years now. They do it every single freaking year, and if weapons are going to be in supply drops, and if they're so hell-bent on keeping them there, at the very least it's nice that we have events like this, which challenge players to play the game a bunch in order to unlock one of these new weapons.
No. So according to you, we've been talking about weapons and supply drops for years. Well, here's an idea. Don't just give up on the criticism. Don't just shrug your shoulders and say, oh, well, I mean, they're not going anywhere. Companies will listen if you criticize them and you make it clear that they're doing something shady. Payday 2. They added loot boxes, the community was upset, they took them out. Apex Legends, they added ridiculous microtransactions, the community complained, they took them out. Overwatch, they had loot boxes with ridiculously small drop rates for good items, community complained, drop rates were improved. The solution to things like this isn't to just shrug your shoulders and let it go. The solution is to continue criticizing, to continue pointing out what's wrong and present better options. This whole argument of, oh, just enjoy the game, just let the game get better, just enjoy the game, that's just going to do more damage because then the companies just get away with it. Black Ops 4 made an absurd amount of money on microtransactions. Are you happy about that? Because I'm not. Modern Warfare is already confirmed to have DLC weapons, and the developers refuse to tell you how you were going to obtain them. I wonder what that means. It bothers me so much that this stuff has just been going on in $60 games. This has been going for years now. Yeah, some people talk about it, but then there's people like you that normalize this. Or you attempt to normalize it, and you say, oh, well, it's not going anywhere, so might as well enjoy it. Do you really think that's going to make things better?
Now, of course, it's still going to be random which weapon you get if you complete the event.
Yeah, keyword there, if you complete the event.
And I can guarantee you guys right now that I'm going to get the crossbow by the end of this event instead of the M16 that I want so badly, but something is better than nothing, I suppose.
Something is better than nothing. Something's better than nothing. That's exactly what I was talking about. I'm exhausted by this video. Oh my god. This is one of the shortest videos I've responded to. Like, his video is only like 5 minutes long, but it's also one of the most exhausting because I can't wrap my head around how just oblivious you are to this. And then let alone, how do you say it's a step in the right direction?
And for those of you who still enjoy Black Ops 4 and still play the game quite often, this event is basically a way for you to get a new gun and a couple of extra reserves in exchange for something that you probably would have been doing anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's all I have for you guys here in this video.
Look, I'm not saying you can't enjoy Call of Duty. I enjoy Call of Duty. I've enjoyed it for a long time. It's one of the games that got me into multiplayer shooters, and I know I'm not alone in that boat. A lot of people of my generation got into shooters because of Call of Duty and Halo. But whereas Halo got ripped apart for its microtransactions, ripped apart, part of the reason why Halo just fell off the earth was because of the microtransactions. Call of Duty is still just chugging along. It's just chugging along. Whenever there's new guns, there's always people covering them. Look at this new gun! Look at this new gun! Supply drop opening! Wow, look at all this! Stop. Just stop. You're allowed to like this game and not do that. And I understand that you're a Call of Duty news YouTuber. You're a news YouTuber. You cover these things. It makes sense for you to grind these things out and get the new weapons and show them off. I understand that. I understand that this is your job, and I don't blame you for that. In fact, I applaud you for that. I applaud anyone who can make their hobby into their job. As much as you say it sucks that these guns are in supply drops, it's such a bummer that we talk about this every year. You shouldn't just accept defeat. Because like I said, that's going to do even more damage. Modern Warfare is going to have DLC weapons, and I guarantee you they're going to be in supply drops, because Activision wants to make as much money off of this stuff as they can before legal action is taken. That's why the Black Ops 4 microtransactions were so aggressive. That's why the Modern Warfare devs won't say how you're going to be earning post-launch content. It's greed. It's predatory, and it's by design. If we stop calling it out, nothing will change.